do the function. Nope. I don't fuck with the fuck shit. Throwing on my dummy fit. Fuck it. I'ma pop out. Welcome back to your second favorite YouTuber. I am J.SHEP Reacts. We're gonna jump right into this. This is another, this is Antonio Speaks. It's the same person. Antonio Talks. I think he does like more shorter videos or whatever. These are more in-depth videos, I think. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, the truth about black nerds. I'm gonna go ahead and give him a like. And yeah, go ahead and like my video, subscribe for me. Please and thank you. I really do appreciate it. We can go ahead and get this popping.
Black nerds, aka blurs, is the topic of today's video. Now me, I consider myself a nerd, but some may not. So for example, I love video games. I've been playing them since the age of 7. I've always loved sci-fi films, consumed about every DC and Marvel comic. On the flip side, I'm not into anime. But growing up, I was very into films like Teen Titans.
How can you be, I don't know. I never understood the whole, how did you be into comic books and all that shit, but then you don't like anime? Like, I never understood that. I don't know.
Samurai Jack, Avatar: The Last Airbender. So I guess to some it would be debatable. So within the black community, especially growing up in the hood, being a nerd or just even consuming the culture will make you stand out. It goes against what's stereotypical for black people. This is a flaw within the black community that I do not like. I say this all the time, but as black people, we are not a monolith. And we gotta start respecting that within the community. I will say this though, I feel like in 2025, being a nerd is kinda cool. Let's say versus the 2010s or the 90s. It is most definitely more acceptable now.
I want to talk about how all of a sudden being a nerd is in and we're erasing all of like that awful childhood stuff that happens to so many of us. Because now it's, oh, we weren't bullying y'all because y'all were into anime. We were bullying y'all because y'all stank. Or y'all were always doing something weird. A lot of y'all were bullying us just for being into different things. I went to many schools with other smart black kids. I love to read. And I got the pants bullied off of me for liking to read in a smart school. I had my black card revoked so often, I'm pretty sure I'm still in black folk debt, because like I don't think I have one. White girl, whitest black girl I know, Oreo, wanna be white, all of it, all the time.
And I'll tell you, like, see, these new age black geeks, they will never understand how it was to be a black geek back in the 2000s and 2010s. Now, that was the trenches. Like, I consider myself a black geek activist because, bro, back in the day, bro, I had to defend my hobby. Like, y'all don't understand. The insults were crazy. Like, we would be talking about, like, normal, like, crap in front of everybody, and then, like, we would go home on our computer and be having discussions about anime with people online. Like, people don't understand. Back then, most of our anime discussions or geek discussions were, like, on the internet. They were not in real life. Because if you even spoke about anime, like, you were about to get ostracized real quick.
Now for me, y'all, I did not have these problems. And that's why I kind of think to myself, was I really a nerd or am I really a nerd?
See, I don't know. I don't know what the actual definition of being a nerd technically is. Because whenever I hear nerd, I think of like on shows. And so they'll show a little nerdy kid, like a nerd kid. Like it'll be a white boy. And he'll be, actually... 2x plus 7 80, like like shit like that. Like he's a nerd because he's very smart, like what I'm saying, that if that makes sense, because he's smart and he's more like a know-it-all, like what I'm saying. That's what I always associated nerd with. I never understood the whole you're a nerd because you like anime. I don't call you a nerd for liking cartoons, because that's what anime is. Japanese cartoons. That's literally all it is. So why in the fuck are you a nerd for liking anime? And then you're a nerd for liking like comic book. Even then, there were some niggas that like comic books too and shit like that. And I guess in the black community they called you a nerd for liking shit like that, which is so weird, because it's like you're mad at me because I don't want to not watch that shit. Because what were y'all watching at that time? Y'all still watch some sort of cartoons. Y'all niggas could watch Power Rangers, but I couldn't watch some fucking Naruto. What are you talking about? I can't watch Dragon Ball Z. That's the only one that was widely accepted throughout the black community. That's the only anime that them niggas know, is that, and maybe Naruto, maybe. But you watch anything outside of that, it's nigga, what the fuck, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. But I've never, which, yeah, I guess, maybe it was just harsher times back then for y'all. But yeah, like me, I never had that like an issue. Like I got introduced, like my mom's boyfriend, he well, husband now, but back then he's the one that introduced us to anime like Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, stuff like that, right? Well, I don't think he made us watch Naruto, but we ventured off into Naruto because we used to watch Toonami, but he would play Dragon Ball Z because he used to watch it too with us. So, and then he's like a big, like, he loves video games, so, and superhero movies, and we'll watch that stuff, and we'll play video games. So, and he a hood nigga, like, he from Chicago too, like, it's like he a hood nigga. Like, I'm talking, he was, you know, putting in work. So it's just kind of crazy to me that just because I like some shit, like, you trying to call me a nerd, huh? Like, a nerd is, that's what I always thought a nerd was. Like, somebody that's academically gifted, basically. And you hating on them because they're academically gifted. You're academically gifted and they're like a know-it-all. Like, they try to shove it in your face, basically. You know, or not shove it in your face, but, like, they always feel the need to speak on whatever the fuck. Like, if you're wrong about something, here they come to correct you. That's always what I thought a nerd was. Like, I don't know. I just never understood the whole connotation to it. Like, oh, you like anime, so you're a nerd. Huh? I don't know.
But looking back, I was most definitely a nerd, bro. This was me in the 10th grade. I mean, I had a 4.0 GPA, was in pretty much all AP classes, dog. I was textbook nerd. The thing about it is, as a black nerd, you really just gotta find your group of people.
You see what I'm saying? Because he just showed a photo of himself and he's saying, like, yeah, I'm a nerd. Like, I was a nerd. I had 4.0 GPA, this and that, and that had nothing to do with him watching anime. So why are you a nerd for watching anime?
A nerd in general. I hate this talking point because even nerds in the white community are done the same way. Like,
I got bullied for liking anime, and then I got bullied for wearing anime and an Avatar t-shirt, and like that I liked Pokemon, and that I carried a DS, and I was in bands. Like, there was, and I had braces.
Nigga, y'all niggas couldn't even play on a DS? Nigga, those shits was peak, nigga. Niggas used to try to steal my DS. That's how peak them bitches was. What are we talking? Damn. Hey, man. I'm glad I was born. Look, I was born 03. For anyone y'all, you know, whatever watching. 2003, bro. Peak. I was born at a peak time, bro. Peak. You know, like literally like beginning of Gen Z, like 1997 to like 05, bro. Peak, bro. Like, for Gen Z specifically. Peak, bro. Peak.
I had glasses. There was just so many reasons, and I had short hair. There was just so many reasons to get bullied that, like, getting into Kingdom Hearts was another reason I didn't want to get bullied.
Don't worry, we're gonna make it. We've been looking for clues to find Clay.
Oh, I'm sorry. The clue board? You mean my clue board?
So all those nerds in high school, like the weird theater kids and the anime people.
Hi, weird theater kid, captain of the speech and debate team, anime fan.
You know who I'm talking about. The people we didn't hang out with.
Thank God for that, by the way.
So they've grown
She
up.
look lame. Not the girl up top. This girl, the one in the middle, whatever. She look lame. She that we didn't hang out with. You're textbook lame. Like, it is kind of silly how it did flip, because like now, like, the mean girls, like motherfuckers like that, and the popular kids, y'all are lame to everybody. Y'all are lame as fuck to everybody, bro. Only y'all little circle like y'all. Nobody else give a fuck about y'all, bro. That's how lame y'all are. So that whole not having a personality, your only personality is just being the popular kid, or, oh yeah, I look good. Oh, my mom let me start wearing her makeup. Or whatever at a young age. I started stuffing my bra. But yeah, no, that's kind of weird, bro. Like, real talk, bro. I don't care. Niggas never tried me, bro. They ain't tried me about no damn anime, no cartoons, no nothing, bro. Like, nigga, I used to watch High School Musical. Niggas ain't make fun of me for that. Like, nigga, everybody seen High School Musical. Everybody seen motherfucking Dragon Ball Z. Everybody seen, like, what are we talking about right now, bro? It's like, y'all niggas was just dead ass lame. That's what it just sound like. Y'all niggas was dead ass lame.
And they're the ones making the laws. They're the Mark Zuckerbergs. They're the Faucis of the world, the nerds.
I hate to break it to you, but those effing nerds are not just the Mark Zuckerbergs and Fauci's. They're highly successful, influential people because it turns out hitting the books actually was helpful.
This isn't just a black thing. Maybe the talking points of, you're acting white is that talking point. But as far as you getting bullied or looked down upon, it's pretty much the same way. Kids are mean. Like I stated, you have to find your people. And with me, I had a different group of friends for like pretty much every situation. Like growing up in the hood, those were like the hood friends. Then when I got to school, me being in like different classes, I kind of met my nerd friends. So I had that group of friends and I had my friends.
And I always say this, like when I was in school, I had friends of like in like every group. Like everybody knew me, but they didn't know me. You know what I'm saying? Like at least one person out of a friend group, they knew of me or they knew me. You know what I'm saying? Like if they talk to their other friends about me, they be like, "Oh, what? You don't know Jaquise? Jaquise is they always describe me. Oh yeah, he the buff ass nigga, the buff ass black dude. Yeah, him over there. Yeah, he plays sports. He all that shit. Like that's how they would describe me. But like they'll say like I'm funny and shit like that too. So everybody knew me but didn't know me. You know what I'm saying? Because I hang around everybody, and I had my black friends, I had my white friends. But then, they split off. I got nerd friends. I got the friends that were getting picked on. But if they were getting picked on and they were around me, they didn't get picked on like that for real. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of assimilated all of them into, some of my other friend groups. That way they felt comfortable talking to other people. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how I felt. You got, like, even, like, the kids that stink. I didn't treat them like, you know what I'm saying, whatever, because they stink or whatever. You don't know. And that's one thing, because I always knew, it's like, dude, like, my living situation wasn't the best. I wasn't stinking or going to school or nothing, but just, I just didn't make fun of people for shit like that, Yeah, I just, fucked up haircuts, whatever. I had fucked up haircuts. I fucked my hair up, whatever, trying to cut my shit before. It's just, it's a learning curve. It just is what it is. But, when I did see some people make fun of me for shit like that, that's when I started like staring at swaying away from them. So it's just like, hey, it is what it is. But yeah, I'm so glad that growing up, I treated people, whether they stinked or were dirty or wherever, I didn't give a fuck. Like, I was just like, hey man, like, as long as you ain't on no bullshit with me, I ain't on no bullshit with you. So I'm glad I treated people how I wanted to be treated, because now I don't let nobody treat me bad, like, you know what I'm saying, like friends or nothing like that. Which is why I guess I could say I got a lot of friends, but I don't at the same time. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but I got like a couple that I can call like about some important shit. Maybe just not even a couple, like one really, but you know what I'm saying. Like other than that, it's like I don't keep nobody, like, I don't put a lot of people in my business, is all I'm saying, so.
I was back in the hood. And also, I played sports. I love sports, so, I had my friends for basketball. The one thing I did deal with, though, that I hated was me being labeled a game freak. Like, I just love playing the game. I remember growing up, bro, like, they'll come knock on my door for me to come outside. I'd be like, bro, I'm on a game, and I don't feel like coming inside. Like, you a game freak, bro, get out. But I always felt like it was just, like, with love. Like, they was joking, but it was with love. And I stated this in one of my second channel videos. I feel like the black community, our love language is joking. So, maybe sometime these jokes were hurting your feelings, but it wasn't like meant in that way. This isn't justifying it, but that's my thought. Anyways, with them already having this backlash from the black community, in return, they end up being very anti-black.
Like, it's not that I didn't want to connect with black people, but I didn't know any other blurbs that like Minecraft. And a blurb put me closer to whiteness, not because I wanted to hang out with white people.
Don't be calling me transphobic and all that, man. I just wasn't expecting that, bro. Okay? I wasn't expecting it.
But I just wanted to hang out with that like Minecraft. Do you get what I'm saying? I just want to say it is incredibly dangerous to be in close proximity to whiteness no matter what. And the reason why I say that is because I think hanging around with people that like Minecraft and everything definitely ingrains some self-hating attributes to me. It's not because of Minecraft, but it's the proximity to whiteness.
Within the nerd culture, there is not a lot of black representation. Just think about
it.
Bro,
you know what's the crazy thing about Minecraft, bro? Like one of my friends, I met him in 5th grade. His name was Joel. He was the first person to show me Minecraft, bro. This nigga was insane on there, dude. He had like a gamer mouse too, like one of the things, like it'll like auto, Cause you know how you got like the right click on Minecraft. He had like an auto clicker on like the thumb, right? So he could just hold that and it'll just, you know, it'll automatically do. This look crazy. Hold up, pause. That look crazy, but it'll auto click. And dude, this nigga would type so fast in the chat, you know, whatever. Cause he's a really good typer too. So like that's why, like I when I took computer class, bro, I started like trying to type fast like him and shit, bro. Like, you know, that nigga was real cool, man. He was real cool.
Consuming this media of people that don't look like you while receiving this hate.
He is cool. I just got back in contact with him like not a month ago, like 3 weeks ago maybe.
The people that look like you, that is going to turn into internalized racism. And I say this all the time, but everything is a alt-right pipeline, and the nerd culture is no different.
Yo, what happened to the nerd community, bro? When did we become Republicans, bro? When did we become conservative? What happened? What happened? We don't like girl power now because it's the feminist agenda? You didn't like Kim Possible?
I saw someone say, when did the nerd community just become another avenue or pipeline for right-wing grifting? And the answer is simple. The same way that the gym community became just another avenue for right-wing grifting and right-wing content. The same way like dating advice stuff has just become another avenue for right-wing grifting. What does the gym community, the dating advice community, and the nerd community all have in common? It's full of lonely people. A lot of people in the nerd community get into nerd shit because they're lonely. A lot of people start working out because they're heartbroken and they're lonely. A lot of people get into dating advice content because they're lonely.
I don't know, man. It's like I said, I feel like it was probably regular. Like you just had somebody else show you anime. That don't mean you were lonely. I don't know about all that. I don't know, man. But I see what he's saying though. But majority of people get into this stuff, it ain't because they're lonely. Maybe the gym thing, maybe that makes sense because a lot of people they're like, oh, after I got broken up with, I hate the gym. But anime, I don't know if it's because you're lonely. I think it's because anime is just fucking dope. That shit dope. It's cartoon, like it's Japanese cartoons with like a message, like that shit. The writing is so fire. That's why there's so many cartoons that like you don't even know the name of that ain't stick. Like it just wasn't that funny in today's age. It didn't last long. You know what I'm saying? It just it's like you know what I'm saying?
A lot of people get into dating advice content because they're lonely. Lonely people are very easy to manipulate. If you find a lonely person and you tell them you're the victim, everybody else except you is the problem, now go buy my course, that's basically an infinite money glitch. That's why it's just lonely people who crave acceptance and a sense of community are taken advantage of just in the way that cults do. Like, it's really not that complicated.
Now, the anti-blackness goes up another notch because a lot of black males in the nerd space feel like black women just hate them.
I'm curious to know if this is actually a thing. Black women will ignore men that look like this because he's weird, lame, nerdy, until he achieves success, then see him with a woman like this, and then all of a sudden label him a sellout. Let's be real, a lot of y'all don't like black women to begin with. Don't matter if you're a D1 athlete or a comic book nerd, there's a very small majority of black men that do not like black women. Now, why is that? I couldn't tell you. But at the end of the day, this argument right here could be a little bit valid if we're considering that there are unrealistic expectations for black men, especially young black men in this economy and in this world right now. And there is that stigma of hypermasculinity in the black community. This automatically would make nerds and simps unattractive and certainly undesirable.
Black girls called you ugly? So do you want me to believe that the white girls called you handsome?
Once again, I did not experience this. This
funny.
isn't to say it's not true, but I just feel like it's the way you carry yourself. And also, you just gotta find...
It's anecdotal, because I've known some nerdy looking niggas, you know, whatever, niggas that I thought was maybe lame too. But I didn't really say that shit out loud. I was like, oh, he might be a little lame, but hey, it is what it is. But I seen them get with some bad bitches. Shit, it don't fucking matter.
Like swagger, you know? There's a stereotype of like the smash bro type of hairstyle. Maybe your lips be crusty. In simple terms, man, you just gotta have game. White nerds go through the same problem while talking to white women. So like I hate that correlation.
White nerds got it worse. I promise you that. They got it worse, bro. They got it worse. Because white girls don't like them. Black girls for sure don't like them. Hispanic girls for sure don't like them. It's like they have. That's why you got so many movies like when like the nerdy kid or like the lame bird chested ass little kid, he finally gets the bad chick, you know what I'm saying, after hanging around like the football team and all them whatever the fuck, he has to change how he acts. He has to act cooler. He has to, whatever. So yeah, them white nerds, they got it worse.
And I think what the problem is, a lot of people be holding on to what happened in high school, whether that be the glory days or those be the bad days. It's been 10 years, bro. We don't care that you scored a touchdown in 10th grade. And yes, you may have been bullied in high school, but let that shit go, brother. My entire friend group is majorly made up of nerds. My best friend, this is us when we graduated, he was valedictorian. I was like maybe 4th in the class. Now he is most definitely considered a nerd. I mean, huge WWE fan, very into anime, loves video games, but he's never had a problem talking to black women. And big shout out to my boy. He just graduated from Clemson University, 2 years ago now? We just got off the game a few hours ago.
I feel like a big part of the black nerd experience is going back trying to watch your favorite YouTubers and realizing just how much racist commentary was throughout the entire video. Like, when did Jen calling Michael Jackson a monkey fly over my head? Huh? Or that one try not to laugh challenge where they just straight up said the N-word? Huh? And I really got a bone to pick with Pat Jen because I used to go crazy for some Pat. Like, you can ask around. We used to go crazy for some Pat Jen. Even now with past sobriety, it was a black woman's video that I saw use this hashtag. Yet, okay. And not even just them, like other gaming channels and YouTubers too, especially in gaming. And I can already hear the whole, oh, it was a different time argument. I can get that. It's really the fact that black kids really never had a safe space. And I feel like that's why it's so easy for them to be indoctrinated into like the red pill pipeline. Because it was just small stuff in every single video that we could even like explore within like the nerd genre.
For example, like me growing up, the biggest gaming YouTuber in the world was PewDiePie. And I watched his videos, but like it was something off. I couldn't really connect.
It's so weird to me how many people was watching PewDiePie. Like, white kids, I understand just the same way how some of them are watching Asmongold racist ass, and PewDiePie, I don't know if I would call him racist, but he was saying the hard R. Dude did say the hard R, or they were saying the N-word for comedic relief. So funny. So this is like, I don't know. And that's why I hate, I know this is kind of crazy, this is whatever, but like when they say the F slur, you know what I'm saying? Like people will talk about that. Using the F slur as comedic relief compared to using the N-word as comedic relief is two totally different fucking things. I don't care what anybody says, two totally fucking different things. The N-word derived from the word, the hard R, whatever. It was initially used like, so Negro, Negre, and then the hard R, but it was spelled different. It was spelled Neger. That's how you would describe someone with brown skin or black or whatever. It was like more like an adjective. That's how they would classify them. And then they took it, and Niger came about in, 18th century. That's when the hard R became the hard R, because the negative connotation was put onto it towards black slaves. Yes, because there was this girl on Twitter trying to argue with me about this shit, man, because she's like black, white, supposedly. I don't know. I looked at her profile picture. She didn't look no black and white, but she's talking about she's also Native American. And I'm like, once again, if you 2% Native American, what the fuck is that doing for you? I'm just saying, bro. Either way, point stands. It's not the fucking same, because Native Americans and Mexicans or Hispanics, that were enslaved as well, that got called it after it got the negative connotation to it towards black people. White people were just calling them that shit out of pettiness. You know what I'm saying? It was, yeah, they might have mentioned it as well, but it's just, they're kind of trying to put them on the same level as black people, but it didn't affect them as much as black slaves. Like, it didn't. It wasn't offensive to them. It wasn't. They're like, oh no, I'm not one of those. So, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, my point with the whole using that stuff for comedic relief, it's not the same when a white person uses the F slur or anybody uses the F slur for comedic relief compared to somebody using the hard R or the N word, nigga, as comedic relief when they're not black. It's not the same. I don't care. Or whatever, because there was this one time, this is a whole story, right? So I was in I want to say my sophomore year. I had a job at Dairy Queen. There was this bisexual girl in my job, which is kind of weird. I'm not even gonna get into it. Whatever. But this one dude, he called me the F slur. I called him that back. This white dude, he was joking though. I said it back, same, whatever. I think she slapped me. I'm like, why the fuck you slapped me? He said the shit first. Didn't do nothing to him though, right? Okay, cool. And then she's like, how would you like it if I said the N-word? I'm like, say it. She's like, well, I'm not gonna say it. I'm like, well, say it, right? It's the same shit, right? She's like, well, that's my word. I get to say that. You're bisexual. Yeah, I am gonna say she was bisexual, but literally was only dating dudes. I don't get that. Like, that's what I'm like. A lot of girls that said they're bisexual, okay, cool, but the fact that you're only dating dudes is just so weird to me. Because why wouldn't you also date a woman? And I get it. It's like first come, first serve, but it's like she had girls that liked her. There was girls that liked her. There was girls that whatever. She just didn't date them. But she dated guys. So I don't know. But she was mad at me saying, "Oh, that's my word. This and that." I'm like, well, it's not the same as saying the N-word, is it? So because you would have said the N-word, and I just told you to say it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I wouldn't feel nothing. Because, at that point, it's just like, I don't give a fuck, man. But, yeah, that's just how I feel about it. It's just like, yeah, man. It's just so weird to me. That's why I don't get why people, which is why this is all loops back together. I don't get why people watch PewDiePie. I never found him funny. I never thought the dude was funny. I just thought he was a weirdo. That's just me. I don't know.
I watched his videos, but like it was something off. I couldn't really connect with him. And this was before he had the whole N-word incident. But it was extremely rare for me to find another black gaming content creator. And this is why I give so much praise to creators like Berleezy, RDC World, Corey S. Kenshin. Because, bro, representation matters. And it's like growing up in these nerd spaces, we rarely get it. And that is why I love that with the visibility that TikTok brings in 2025, I've been finding some amazing like comic book creators that are making pro-black comics for black people, bruh.
This right here is my comic book known as the Black Fist, and this is one of the most popular series in the battle.
You know what? Hold on. Let me show y'all something. Alright, so like I've said previously in some videos, I went to DreamCon this year, right? So the same guy that made the Imagine That comic, he also has a comic with Metro Boomin and I forgot the other one. But this shit is fire. This is fire. I just thought it was, hold up, I should have made it. This is fire. I just found it funny that, well, not funny, but like crazy that he brought up like black creators and stuff like that, comic books. So Metro Boomin got like a comic. This is like a graphic from it. There we go. That's better. Show y'all that better. Oh no. There we go. That's better. Yeah. That's fire. And this is Metroverse. Metroverse. And then I got, that too. That's also Metro Boomin. This is by Ozzy the Virus. I got other art by him too. This the Meg Thee Stallion Todoroki collab thing. Fire. And then so this is Imagine That. This is a like copy before the original, like the not original, the final copy is out, whatever. I got this at DreamCon. Now I didn't get Mark to sign it because I think he only signed it the first day and maybe the third day. I got mine on the second day. I got it for free because of Nostalgia. Shout out Nostalgia because he bought like a bunch in the book. I got the author. I don't know if he's Japanese or something, but he signed it right here. So yeah, I just thought that was cool that he brought that up. I was like, yeah, man, I need to read these. I ain't gonna lie, I haven't read them. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. But I just thought they were fire, so I was like, yeah, man, let me get them, bro. But yeah, that's so dope. But yeah, support Ozzy the Virus. I got some more art by him too. I should show you guys some other time, but support Ozzy the Virus, man. He a dope ass nigga, bro. For real, bro.
universe. Let's talk about it. Black Fist takes place in the 1960s. It's about a superpowered alien that piques the interest of a KKK Grand Wizard that fears he is a danger to the world and to his community.
I made a comic book. This is it. It's called Astro's Falter. Astro's is a supernatural, somewhat horror-themed comic series with a comedic and cozy twist. The story takes place in this timeline and in this universe. It's a story about a girl who spends her entire life training against the invisible demons that roam our world, all before the magical seal keeping her invulnerable to demons begins to disappear.
Now, I ended up making a post on my Instagram. Make sure y'all go follow this, by the way. And I was curious on what was my black nerd's experience.
Being a black nerd was some crazy plot progression. If you liked any type of anime, niggas were gonna fry your shit alive. And the crazy thing about it is the same people that would be trying to clown you would be the same people trying to be in group projects with you and the same people trying to copy answers. Yep. But I'm not gonna lie, going to college was probably the best decision I ever made, bro, because I found my community here. There's a bunch of black nerds here and we've shared things with each other and, you know, I feel welcomed. I don't feel judged or anything like that, man. And, you know, people are a lot more accepting here. But to be honest with you, man, I've absolutely loved the journey. Like, this upcoming spring, 2026, I'm graduating with my Bachelor's of Science in Psychology, bro, and we're going to med school after that. So, to all my black nerds out there, don't be afraid to be you, bro.
We really need to talk about the hatred for black women in the black nerd community, because a lot of black nerds, they like hang with white nerds, of course, and they want to be accepted by them. What the So then they just start shitting on black women and be like, yeah, they're ghetto, and just start talking shit about them, right?
That's a thing.
And then also talk bad about women in general. A lot of nerds, they can't get girls, so they gotta talk shit about them. And also, along with the red pill community, because a lot of the nerds, they want to get their anime physique, so they start watching those workout videos, and then those workout videos turn into how to get girls videos, and also turns into hating women videos.
My experience of being a black nerd is a bit different from other people, not only because of the era that I grew up in, but also because of the environment. With me being a 2000s kid, I was never really feeling ostracized for being a nerd because nerdy shit was everywhere. Now, I'm an inner city kid. I grew up in lower income neighborhoods, and there were a lot of black folks within those neighborhoods. So a lot of us bonded over these things that would be looked at as nerdy. There's a reason that schools would ban Yu-Gi-Oh cards. There's a reason schools would ban all the Bakugan toys and Beyblades. And I'm sure every kid that grew up in the 2000s had that feeling of watching a cartoon on Saturday morning and holding in that excitement when Monday came. Everyone couldn't wait to gather around the lunch table and talk about the latest episode of Dragon Ball or Sonic X or whatever was on Saturday morning at that time. But what I'm trying to get at is there was never really a point in time where being a nerd worked against me. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I was a bit of a social butterfly. I would hang with the theater kids, I would hang with the anime nerds, the music heads that would rap at the lunch tables. I was bouncing around and talking to everybody. I can't really think of a point in time where liking anime or liking comic books or liking video games, whatever, I can't think of a time where that wasn't cool, especially when the second anime boom happened in the 2010s. If anything, that point in time worked in my favor. Because a lot of black folks who weren't into anime or anything at that time, they knew someone who was. So they would approach me and ask me, hey, what's up with Naruto? What's Attack on Titan about? I heard Dragon Ball is coming back. What's Dragon Ball Super about? If there was someone who wasn't caught up with the latest geekdom, fandom news, they came to me because they knew someone who was. And as far as being a black nerd specifically goes, I don't think there was ever a time where if someone did shame me for being a nerd, it didn't make me want to question whether or not I wanted to be around other black people. I never thought that black people didn't like anything that I was into. That's just ridiculous. But even if you don't know black people who are nerds, you know at least one black person who watched Dragon Ball Z. They may not know jack shit about Power Rangers, but I bet you they know what happened with Goku versus Frieza.
All my black nerds
I'm not gonna lie to you, more black people probably watch Power Rangers before they watch Dragon Ball Z.
Podium. I want y'all to give y'all experience in the comment section. Did you have a similar experience to me? Did you have a similar experience
well, yeah, that's the end of the video. But what the fuck was I about to say? What was I about to say? No, I forgot. No, what was I about to say? Dang, bro. I forgot what I was about to say. Cause he was oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, I was gonna say because he was saying the rise of the MCU and like the boom of like anime. RDC is to thank for that. RDC is to thank for that, bro. For real talk. Like I said, I never really thought it was like, no one's ever made fun of me for watching anime or something like that or whatever comic book or not. Well, I don't really read comic books, but like watching superhero movies and shit like that. Like niggas used to argue about the Hulk and all that shit. Like niggas used to argue about superheroes. So I mean, I don't know. So Yeah, but RDC is to thank for that, because literally with when people take anime too far, came out and all that shit, like dude, that's why they're so famous in Japan. Like they're famous in Japan, bro, for real. They're big in Japan. They're famous here a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But in Japan, them niggas are celebrities. So literally, bro, like thanks to them, a lot more people can be outwardly in support of anime, watching anime. So yeah. Anyways, go ahead, like, comment, share, subscribe. I really do appreciate you watching this video. Listen to my music at all caps J.SHEP. I don't know why I'm messing this outro up right now. I don't know. Fuck it, man. Look, go ahead, stay on the channel, watch some more videos. You know what I'm saying? I'll catch you in the next video. Love you, appreciate you. Deuces.